So, some not great news for the Atlanta Dream and potentially good news for the Indiana Fever today. And it is looking, not even looking like, it's Bree Jones is out. Just period. And that's a big loss for Atlanta. That is a huge, huge, huge loss for the Atlanta Dream. Regardless of what anyone wants to say about that, that's a big loss. And she is a player that if things aren't going well, you can put in and she can give you something. Like if you're looking at how, like obviously she hasn't played a couple of games. He didn't play at the start of the year. And there's been kind of a like spell in the year they were better, maybe without her. I don't think that really matters because look, the Atlanta Dream have been a weird team post All-Star break. Like they've beaten the bad teams and they got absolutely demolished by the Aces. But again, wait, how many? So they lost to the Fire. They 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. So they went 8 of 10, lost to the Mystics. And in the Mystics game, I don't think, did Bree Jones play in this game? No. So they are playing kind of to their record. For lack of a better way of describing it, they are playing to their record. They are very like the Fever team in that they tend to win the games they should win. Like the last time the Fever lost a game that they should have won was, and not even that they should have won, they should have beaten the Aces, but like lost a game to a team they should beat. Or fuck it, even a team lower than them in the standings. Was what? They lost to Phoenix when Caitlin Clark got injured? I think that's the last time the Fever lost a game to somebody lower than them in the standings. And since then, the games they've lost were the Valkyries, Aces, and Lynx. And if you're looking at the Dream, they lost to Washington, who are thereabouts with them in the standings, they're a game and a half behind, but again, they went to a half a game behind here. They just faced Aces twice and lost them twice. But at the same time, like having Ryan Howard, Alicia Gray, and Angel gives you a shot against anybody. Sorry, Bree Jones played this game. But the thing is, with O'Cott in there, they don't really have that much depth because Pow Pow's out. Sia Coney doesn't really play. And one of the big things as well is that Jordin Canada might be out. If Jordin Canada is out, like, she's going to play. I have no doubt about it, she's playing. It's just what level she plays at. Like, if she's, like, legitimately sick, she's not guarding Caitlin. And she's probably the only player that's, like, giving Caitlin trouble on the roster. So with no Pow Pow, they don't have a point guard. Like, is Jalen Sherrod going to have to play huge minutes? Probably. If it turns out Jordin Canada's out, Izzy Borlase is probably going to have to go play point guard, even though they've been testing her at power forward. Ryan Howard, Alicia Gray, neither of them are point guards. There's no Tahina Pow Pow there. And, like, Jordin Canada's had a real good season. A real good season. And for $600K for a year, for 2 years, for me, that's been a huge one. And also, she's kind of one of those defenders that Caitlin Clark struggles a bit with. Those that are just faster than her. And like she's probably going to be Caitlin Clark's matchup. And she is just faster than Caitlin Clark. The problem is that like she might not play. She very much might not play. And the fact is, if you are sick on a game time decision, that's never a good sign. That is never a good sign. Like if it is normally I'm feeling sick, I don't know if I'm going to play, I'm going to see how I am to warm up, I think she's properly sick. Like it's one of those things where, yeah, it becomes a really tough position. And I really don't know what way that they're going to go about this. I really don't. Like, if she ends up, do you play her for a lack of a better word, a meaningless regular season game? Or a regular season game that could mean everything? Because, again, like, home court advantage matters, regardless of what anyone says. So I just want to check again what the tiebreaker situation is with these two teams. So I know Atlanta won one of them close enough, and they blitzed them once. So Indy won by 12, they won by 7, and they won by 14. So 7, 14. So basically, as long as they stay within single digits, they have the tiebreaker. It's not the end of the world losing this game if you're Atlanta. It's really not. Especially if you think you're beating Indy in the playoffs, it's not the end of the world. But still, like, when Jordin Canada suddenly is not going to be playing, like, you just see how little depth the Atlanta Dream have at that point guard position. And like, I know she's not a true point guard, but like, letting Holly Winterburn go for Leah Nye was a bad decision early on in the year. Like, letting Holly Winterburn go was not a smart decision. And like, again, I think she's going to play, but I don't know how she'll be. Like, when you are sick, anyone who's played sick knows that it's either flu game. Like, if things go, like, if she goes and starts off really well, she'll be fine. Adrenaline will get her through. But if the Fever can get a bit of a lead early and Jordin Canada's missing a couple of shots and gets burned a few times on defense and isn't burning Caitlin, it's going to be a struggle. And if Caitlin can wall her up a few possessions in a row, it gets hard. Like, it's, if you are sick and you're running downhill and you feel the wind in your hair and you're coming into your face, you can push through and forget about it. You can't run a mountain when you're sick. So if the Fever can make it that type of situation, like, they can basically render Jordin Canada a negative to her team. And like, Jordin Canada, I mean this, like, might be the unsung hero of this team. Like, she's, like, I would be more, like, worried. Like, not more worried with Canada, but like, for me, I would rather see Jordin Canada out than see Ryan Howard out. Like, I'm more worried about Jordin Canada and Ryan Howard. Because Jordin Canada is the only player on this wing or dream team that when they decide they want to focus on defense, they don't completely give up their offense. All the other players on this team do that. Like, when Ryan Howard locks in on defense, she doesn't play offense. Alicia Gray is not really a defender. When Angel Reese focuses on stopping someone, she doesn't play offense. The only player that ever does both is Jordin Canada. So I would be very, very worried about that. That being said, she's not as good defensively as Ryan when she locks in, or offensively as Ryan when she locks in. She's not as good on either, but she's the only one that can be an 8 out of 10 on any given game of both. So anyway, yeah, see you guys.